Hey there, Northern Beekeepers, welcome back. It's been quite a while since I've done a video. Pretty much just been the same old, catching swarms, checking through hives. Today is September 1st. Out here at the out yard today, I've already gone through over half the hives. When I came in this morning, well, midday here, I noticed one of the hives was missing. We had a bear come through and grab one of the hives. So, kind of show you what happened there a little bit with the bears, or bear. I don't know if it was just one or multiple, but luckily just grabbed one hive. Okay, so kind of here's the apiary. It's gotten quite a bit bigger since my last video. I did have, I think, 44 hives out here. We got a couple that are queenless yet. One did a late swarm on me, and another one here didn't have a queen come back on the mating flight. So you can see this open spot right here. That's where I had one of these brown 5/5s. I'm going to be walking here. Sorry for the vertigo, people. But anyways, this is where the hive was. The bear had knocked down this one fence post and kind of came back here in the woods and had a little feast. You can see there that silver piece, that's some of the top insulation. Just drug it back there, ate all the comb off. Obviously the bees are gone, no telling where the bees went. If it ate all the bees or really what happened, I don't really know. This is my first encounter with bears out here at this place. I know they're around, that's why we got the high electric fence. Since then, here today, I've had my ratchet straps. I just didn't have them on during the summer, just because they're kind of a pain in the ass. But so I've ratchet strapped every hive up so far. I got to get these little guys over here, which we're going to do an inspection on. And as soon as I leave, obviously the electric fence is going to come back on. But it kind of show you a little bit here what some of the minor damage, I guess, to the hive. I didn't do too horrible. Broke that little rim right there. Here you can see, you know, teeth marks, claw marks. I'm assuming right there, that's probably a claw mark right there. So, you know, my hand's 9 inches across, so that's a pretty decent sized bear. A few there here. Down in there, if you can see that, it, you know, chipped a hive off there with its tooth. Kind of looking at the frame here, it basically just ate all the comb off. You know, it would have had larvae and honey and whatever in there. Did a good job cleaning it up. There's two frames I can't find. I think they were wooden frames. It took them off into the brush, and I don't know. They're disappeared. So that kind of sucks, but it's part of doing beekeeping in bear country. That's why we got the electric fence up. I gotta kind of look at some of these wires here and make sure we're in good shape before we leave today. But we'll be inspecting a couple of these little nucs here, just to kind of check on how they're doing for winter. If you look, and you can see almost all the bees are coming with this white pollen on their backs, which is kind of interesting. We got goldenrod coming on really heavy right now. You can see a lot of the bright orange pollen on them. And those bees obviously have some white pollen from some type of flower. Not really for sure. But overall, the hives out here are looking pretty good. This is kind of a control area, I guess. I do not treat these bees out here at all. They have not been treated in a couple years. These are the ones I took down to Missouri, did not treat going down there. Left them to their own devices, and same thing here. I'm not feeding them sugar. We have an excellent area out here on the prairie. It's got all kinds of different flowers that you could ever hope to want. and these bees are doing really awesome out here. So I'm just kind of letting them be bees. Overall, we've got quite a few splits off the colonies out here. We have lost some swarms, unfortunately. I'm still, learning with these 5/5s on how to do the management of them. The one thing I did learn this year, is they do tend to be a bit more swarmy. So I'll do another video on kind of my philosophy and learnings this year here in a couple weeks. My colonies at home, I did treat them once already with oxalic acid vapor. I'm going to do that again. So we'll kind of have a comparison. All these are northern genetic bees at this point. I've only got a couple of old queens. Every other hive has a brand new queen this year. So they've got northern genetics. We're going to winter every colony here in Wisconsin this year. I'm not doing anything in Missouri. Last year I took 28 down to Missouri and didn't get them all back just because they starved out and whatnot. Here you can see got a lot of honey around the outside edge and a little bit of brood. That's kind of what a lot of these look like there. Like I said, the goldenrod's coming on heavy. That one's really nice again. This little colony here has been one of my superstars. I've been able to rob a few frames from it here and there to help out some other freshly swarmed hives or early splits, late splits. But this is going to be one of my superstar colonies I'm going to breed from next spring if they survive the winter. Just look at that brood pattern. Just solid brood. This queen is a superstar. This side over here ringed with honey, and they got eggs and larvae at different stages. I mean, she is just doing awesome. If I had 100 like her, I could be in real money. But overall, a lot of my hives look really good. This is just one of the better ones. And it looks like I'm getting a swarm right now, actually, out of the next colony, which sucks. Yep, we're getting a swarm. About to see where they land. I just smoked them. I was getting ready to go in there. So we'll see where they take off to. Again, that's one of the problems I mentioned with these 5/5s. They just get really swarmy. So we'll button this back up. I checked them last week. No swarm cells. This week they swarm. Just part of it. Unfortunately, it's late in the year to be doing this, and I'm gonna have to take them home and get them fed up. Just so they'll survive, assuming I can get them. Have to see where they land. I brought my bucket and ladder with me just in case there was a swarm. I don't see where they've congregated yet. Hopefully they're land in a spot I can reach them. So, since it's swarming, let's go have a look. See what we see in there. See what I missed last week. It happened to me once before I put a puff of smoke in there and out came the bees. So they're all over in the air right now. They're pouring out. Look at them go. You've never seen an active swarm? This is what she looks like, folks. They're boiling out now. This was another super good colony. Maybe not super good, but they look pretty good. You know, like I said, I haven't been feeding any of these guys. This has been whatever's been coming out. You know, they've got a frame undrawn there. I doubt this is like a virgin queen or nothing. This looks just like a regular swarm. Another little couple queen cups there. There were some queen cups down here I destroyed by taking the frames out. There's 3 of them there. This time of year I always try to rip those out. I don't like leaving them just because of the situation here. In this next frame I do see some cells, so it is an actual swarm. Got some 2 capped queen cells. So, unfortunately, these guys swarmed. There aren't very many drones around anymore. Examining the hives, they're starting to kick the drones out. I have had hives swarm on me late last year when I was doing some pretty heavy feeding. They did manage to get bred. I'm sure these will be fine when it happens. Depending on where they land, we might be able to get a video of that. Let's see where they're congregating yet. I don't know if you can pick that up in the camera, but we're in the middle of the swarm. By the looks of it, she's way up in the tree, way up there somewhere. So I don't know if I'll be able to reach that one or not. If I can't, obviously they're dead this time of year. They're not going to make it September. There's no way in hell they'll survive. But anyways, part of beekeeping. They're there. They're dumping out. Got the rest of these nucs to check, and said if they land where I can do a good video, we'll do another one. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Subscribe.